Welcome to Century Chute Easy Wave product line of trash and linen chute systems. The BiSorter user interface operator training video demonstrates the functions and features of the user interface panel, explains the meanings of system status messages, and describes how to access equipment diagnostic tools within the user interface menu system. This video is not a substitute for the manual. It is intended to complement written instructions to help users become familiar with the user interface and system configuration possibilities. The user interface panel and lockout switch displays equipment and system status messages, provides user input switches to navigate a menu-driven operating system, and uses a single toggle switch to lock out or enable the entire control system. At power up, the BiSorter user interface displays software revision level and configuration type. Subsequent software revisions will differ with regards to some features and associated menu options, but the general information and concept demonstrations in this video will still be relevant. When the Chute system is enabled and operating under normal conditions, the user interface automatically displays default Chute system status information such as the BiSorter position or movement actions and the Chute intake door open or closed state. Service personnel can use the user interface status display messages to inspect and verify multiple component parts of the BiSorter equipment. Press and release the mode button to display information such as actuator movements, position sensor states, and cart sensor states, the motor controller communication status, and the Easy Wave Chute system communication status. For example, with the toggle switch in the enabled position, the Chute system is active. Press the mode button to display the motor, position sensor, and cart sensor data. Now, the status information can be used to monitor the automatic response of the control system to the intake door user input. When the toggle switch is in the locked out position, the Chute system is disabled and the control system does not respond to the intake door user input. In lockout mode, the status information is based on the sensor inputs and can be used to inspect and verify the state of individual sensors. In this example, the operation of B-side cart sensors, full 1, full 2, and cart present, are individually tested and verified. Lockout mode in conjunction with a keyed access switch also provides access to the control system service menu area of the operating system. The service menu contains multiple sub-menu items. Press and release the mode button to navigate through the list. An end of section marker follows the last item, and pressing the mode button loops around to the beginning of the list. To select a sub-menu item, turn the access key. Press the mode button to navigate through the sub-menu item list. An end of section marker also follows the last sub-menu item, and pressing the mode button returns back up to the beginning of the main service menu. After completing operations requiring Chute locked out service mode, set the toggle switch back to the enabled position to restore normal intake door access. When the BiSorter is enabled and operating, the control system monitors equipment status to identify any abnormal operating events. In the event of a fault detection, intake doors are locked out and alarm messages are displayed on the user interface panel. Messages about equipment status alert personnel in some of the following situations. A waste container is full, a container is not present, the BiSorter access door is open, the BiSorter e-stop switch has been activated, and the diverter plate inside the BiSorter is jammed. Equipment malfunction messages include the following. Host communication failure. There is a failure between the BiSorter and the EasyWave trash chute. Motor communications failure. There is a failure between the IntelliChute controller and the BiSorter motor. Sensor failure. There is a failure associated with the diverter plate position sensors. And EasyWave trash chute alarm messages will include remote lockout. Indicates that the master lockout on the EasyWave base station has been engaged. Open door alarm. Indicates a door on the trash chute has been left open for too long. Fire alarm. Indicates the fire alarm in the EasyWave control system has been triggered. The response to each situation will vary depending on specific conditions. And to help determine the operating condition of the sorter equipment, service personnel can use the service menu to access multiple diagnostic tools directly from the user interface panel. For example, some actuator movement alarms must be manually cleared. The service menu option, Clear Move Alarm, provides this function. Diverter Control menu provides functions to move the diverter plate from one side to the other. Use the Mode button to navigate through the menu options, and follow display prompts to activate specific functions. Diagnostics menu also moves diverter plate from one side to the other. However, display prompts use mechanical equipment-based descriptions instead of the side name labels. Diagnostic menu option jog provides an alternative method of operating the motor. Movement is based on the access switch input instead of the position sensor signals. When using the jog function, diverter movement may be stopped and started as needed by releasing and turning the access switch. The parameters menu contains multiple configuration options and settings. Usually, parameters only need to be configured at the time of equipment setup. Specific details about individual parameter settings are beyond the scope of this video. This concludes our training video, and thank you for choosing Century Chute EasyWave product line of trash and linen chute systems. Please refer to the BiSorter Operating and Installation Instructions Manual and the EasyWave Chute System Operating Instructions Manual for additional information.